This is Throwing Shade.
We're feminasty Aaron Gibson
And homosensual Brian Safi.
take a look at the headlines in politics
And pop culture.
and treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
Can you handle it?
Well, this morning I threw my keys away in the dumpster, and I literally had to put my entire body in the dumpster and get my keys and get out of the dumpster.
Wait, a real dumpster?
A real dumpster.
Not like a tiny baby dumpster.
Like a full-blown. I had eaten a Kind Bar, and I was like, fuck this. So I lifted up the dumpster, kept the Kind Bar wrapper, threw my keys in the dumpster.
Now, I have a question. You just happen to be next to a dumpster eating a Kind Bar?
What the fuck else it's Monday. So I literally threw my keys away, had found a cinder block that I had to step onto to hoist myself into a dumpster like this, holding the lid up, got in the dumpster, took out the keys, got out of the dumpster.
How much other garbage was in there?
You know, not that much. Like some, for sure.
Yeah, but not enough where you raise up and there's a banana peel on your head or spaghetti on your shoulders. Did you shower after that?
Nah.
Yeah, why?
It's good for the immune system. I'm a growing person. You know what I mean? It's good to
I
build
do
my
believe
immune.
it's good. Like, I think giving babies like Purell and stuff is a bad
Well,
thing
everyone's
to do.
got fucking measles now. Do you know this?
Well, because of the anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. Listen. And you
Coming
know
to
what?
my Disneyland?
Yeah.
Spreading their disease?
You know what drives me extra crazy? The people who have meals.
White people.
Measles. It's all like rich kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just people who are like, I'm better than the system.
Exactly. And I feel like all these women, mothers, are now running around in Gelson's being like, my son did get the measles.
You think they're proud
We're
of it?
very rich. I think they might be.
I watch Cats.
Like the stage show or
Yes.
the circus?
A musical recording of the musical.
The one you bought for a penny.
Yes.
Did you love it or were you obsessed with it?
10 minutes in, I did not know what was happening.
Yeah.
20 minutes in, I did not
Most
know what was
popular
happening.
musical in the country.
I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying.
Nope.
I looked up the lyrics and I didn't know.
No. I could decipher Mulholland Drive way before I could ever decipher Cats.
You need a full Egyptian cipher to understand what is happening in that.
I know you had to have at least smoked pot. Did you watch the Stone Cold Sober?
I couldn't. I ate a pot cookie, it didn't kick in, and I was like, well, this is a shame. Not that it would.
No.
And I was watching with my friend Allison, and I was like, are we not getting something?
No, I know. People who love it are that stupid that they don't even think there should be a plot.
Explain to me how this isn't the biggest prank that Andrew Lloyd
Huge
Webber
con.
ever
Yeah.
fucking played on America.
Total con.
Watch out, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's on the scene and he's making cats.
Absolutely.
You think you're going to dress
Talk
up like a
about
bad
jackass.
grandpa?
Yeah, exactly. No.
That's
this
the
is
biggest prank.
Punked supreme. We've been punked
What
for
the
like
fucking,
3
where
decades.
does it even go?
I don't know.
Here's the only thing.
What happens at the end? Does she go to heaven?
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I had to take it out of my DVD.
You didn't
and
even make it to memory?
I hurled it out of my window.
You didn't even make it to memory.
No, and here's why it's a fucking con. If you don't know Cats, you think, oh, the song Memories, which is a song you can understand every word to, every lyric to, and you're like, so clearly there's a beautiful song in it.
They took a song that made sense
and nothing else makes sense.
Put it in a scenario where it was out of context. No, even in the show it belongs in. That it makes absolutely no sense.
I would like to argue with Darren Aronofsky and his fucking whole filmic theory that everything has order and there's math and everything, because that show proves him wrong.
Are you watching The Bachelor at all?
No.
Okay.
I can't, because it makes me sick.
Yeah.
All those women, the dumbest women.
They do it to the men too.
I don't know how anyone who's ever had a waitressing job or a retail job can watch The Bachelor, because
they're all on it, by the way. Those are exactly the people.
Everyone that you have to deal with when you're dealing with the American public are on those shows.
Yes.
What's happening with the farmer?
He still has no upper lip, and he's still trying to figure out whether he likes the girl who was trying to put on the whole Kardashian look for last week, and the other girl.
Was she doing it just for him? She was doing Hervé Leger.
There was a pool party instead of the rose ceremony, and she goes, "Well, I was going to do my whole Kardashian look," and then
she said that.
Yeah.
She said it.
Yeah. She's also a virgin.
She's like, that's my angle. I'm just going to say I'm a virgin.
You gotta
Prove
have
it.
a gimmick. If
Prove
you're on The
that I'm not a
Bachelor,
virgin.
Exactly.
You can't.
But that's about all that's happening. But so you can understand why it's 2 hours a night.
At what point does everyone stop caring?
I think it's about to. Although, the
because
reason I think The
transparent?
Bachelor still works is because there is still a sincerity there that's
What?
fun to watch. Like, I think
By who?
You just
No
get
one
the
on that
feeling
show
at
is
least-
sincere.
I think some of those women are like.
They're like,
maybe I will.
Maybe
find the
one
love of
day
my
I'll
life.
get cast in a reality
And
show.
I think this guy Chris probably actually does want a wife that he could just pick up in Hollywood and take to Iowa. Like, I actually think that's like, I think.
What
that
is
their
that girl
intentions
gonna do on a fucking farm?
in cold blood?
They're gonna get murdered with shotguns.
I was younger, my sister and I used to prank call this, like everyone. Didn't you used to do that? Like prank call people all the time?
Yeah.
So we used to prank call this woman, and we used to say to her, she'd pick up the phone and she'd go, hello. And we would say, Jim and Annie has a fanny and some panties that are ugly. And we would say that because her voicemail, her answering machine would say, hi, you've reached Jim and Ann, leave a message. And we didn't realize until like 2 years later.
That was Jim and Ann and not Jim and Annie.
We thought her name was Jim and Ann.
In 8th grade, I rewrote all of the lyrics to Numb so that it was specific to our family, and then that was our outgoing message.
What was Numb? Was that U2?
It was a U2 rap.
Yeah, okay, I was right.
Yeah.
None of that has anything
Proudest
to do with
thing I've
this.
ever done in my life.
Do you want to know what my connection to the Jim and Ann story and this story is? That it takes place in Alabama, and I thought it sounded like that.
Oh, Alabama? Macon?
No,
that's Georgia. Sorry.
Yeah. Big fight right now in Alabama because late last week, the constitutional ban in Alabama on same-sex marriage was overturned, basically saying, like, yes, you can get gay married here. No problem at all in Alabama, which is out of control and insane. So people are obviously freaking out, but state officials there are refusing the order to issue licenses and are saying that they don't have to.
So it's kind of like the thing that Florida was doing where they're like, you can say we have to do it, but our offices are all shut down.
And these anti-gay politicians are now saying that they might not even issue any marriage licenses if the Supreme Court the Supreme Court decision rules in favor of equality. So straight people can't even get married. They're just like, marriage is shut down.
That is classic Southern parenting.
So classic. This comes on the heels of the State of the Union, where Obama, first time ever, publicly endorsed gay marriage and said
he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
It says that it's America at its best, which is insane. The only other president to ever talk about gay marriage in a State of the Union address was George W. Bush when he talked about a constitutional amendment to ban it. Those are the only two times that gay marriage in a State of the Union has ever been addressed. So the Attorney General there, whose name is Luther Strange, great, has asked for an indefinite stay on this so that people can't get married right now. And other judges, like I said before, have just said that just to disregard the ruling.
Way to go, Alabama.
In Alabama. Cut to Mike Huckabee last week, who said that if the Supreme Court rules in favor of equality, states...
That's an insane sentence to say.
He didn't say that, by the way. He said that if the Supreme Court rules in favor of gay marriage, that states don't have to obey the decision and could refuse to provide licenses. Not true at all.
That's not how the government works.
Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says that any federal law, any law of the U.S. is supreme law of the land.
Yeah, that's
it.
why we fought the Civil War. Is that correct?
Oh
Revolutionary?
Yeah. I mean, it's just the law. It's just, if there's a...
Wait, what was the
United
war?
States law is the law of the
land. What was
the
war where the states fought the federal government? That's not a thing that happened? But why do I know the contiguous states of the United States?
The only wars that have ever been fought here...
Revolutionary.
And civil, which was not civil.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a war against the government.
Wasn't there a thing of states' rights versus federal rights?
Maybe.
Maybe it was just a slap war?
Yeah.
By the way, what is the slap? Have you seen these posters for this thing?
Yeah, it's Zachary Quinto's Hit a Baby, and they're trying to figure out if they can do 20 episodes of that.
Okay.
That's what it's about. According to the Huffington Post, this is the exact same argument that another Arkansas governor used in 1957 when he didn't want to integrate schools.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that governor's name was Orville
Redenbacher?
No, the only other Orville was not a good Orville. Orville Faubus. I know. What's so crazy about this is none of this stuff will actually be allowed to happen. It's just scare tactics, and it's such a shitty, horrible thing to do.
What is it about the South?
The South is very hot.
Yes.
And imagine, did
wet.
you ever see the This Is Your Brain on Drugs commercial?
Yes, with the
frying
eggs.
egg? So imagine that in your head every day.
They
don't even need to do drugs.
They can't think straight.
No.
They're so angry because they're sweating through their suits.
I don't know what this all comes from. I wish I could end this on a positive. I could prank call him with Jim and Annie.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, ring, ring. Are you
hello, this is Jim and Nancy. Wait, what's her name?
Forget it.
I'd like to talk about the Pain Capable Unborn Child Protection Act. Whoa, it's too many words. Get it together, Republicans.
That's a lot.
So it's not enough that in last year alone, states have passed 231 reproductive rights restrictions which is more than all of the 2000s. Okay. So Congress is rolling up its sleeves and getting work done now that they have a majority. And they're starting this wrong-headed fight to roll back all of everything that Roe versus Wade did. One of these efforts, as I mentioned earlier, the Pain Capable Unborn Child Protection Act. Now, I think they make them so long so that you have to really emphasize when you say every word.
I don't even know. The pain capable?
It is basically the idea that at 20 weeks, a fetus can feel pain. And so they don't want any abortions to happen after 20 weeks. So this act, which would ban all abortions at 20 weeks, including incest, including rape, unless if you got raped and then you went to the police and reported it, then you would be given an exception by the state to have your abortion.
Oh, well, that sounds easy.
Yeah, super easy. Sponsored by human chihuahua Trent Lott.
At least it has a sponsor.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny, though? Trent Reznor is not Trent Lott.
That's so funny. I'd like to see those two guys do a comedy show.
Me too.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
That would be so funny. They kind of maybe look at the same now.
I feel a little bit like they do, and that is
Trent Lott in a black tee.
Yeah.
It might be a little Trent Reznor-y.
Trent Lott also sounds like Air Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So this act was they pulled it from voting because of Renee Elmers, who is a GOP representative, probably from the Glue Legacy. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You might remember her. I talked about her last year.
It does sound familiar.
So Renee made enemies last week when she raised some concerns over the language of the let's call it the PCUPA.
Oh, sure.
Just to shorten it. Yeah. Also, the language about women whose lives are who are being endangered by the fact that they're actually pregnant. They can't get late-term abortions, even though it would save their life. They have to wait till it's very, very complicated.
What world is this?
And if you're a victim of incest, good luck to you. So she was like, guys, let's take a second, man. By the way, this Renee Elmers is a Tea Party candidate.
And she's like,
they're attacking her.
Right, yeah.
For being
They think she's like Patti Smith.
a tiny bit logical. Yeah, exactly. Editor-in-chief at Red State, which I don't give a fuck. Eat my butt. I don't care. Eric Erickson, a man so fun they named him twice.
Yeah.
He called Wendy... So he famously called Wendy Davis abortion Barbie.
That's good.
So funny. That. Barbie can't have an abortion because she doesn't have a vagina.
That's funny.
I've checked.
Yeah.
Eric Erickson went back to the drawing board with his whole abortion Barbie nickname and found one just as good for Renee Elmers. And it's this. The GOP abortion Barbie.
Are you kidding?
That guy knows how to spend time on something.
Quick.
He cracked the code.
I cannot believe
How is he not in
this.
advertising?
Of his own party. He's classic.
Said that she was as bad as
Donner Pass. He is Donner Pass.
What is Donner Pass?
Donner Pass was a horrible fairy tale about, it's actually happened in real life. People trying to cross
Jeffrey
to the
Donner.
west.
Oh, I know this.
And then they cannibalized each other.
Yeah.
Turned on each other like this. He is Donner.
Isn't that what Oregon Trail's about?
Yes.
Yeah. What's so fucked up is that she's getting attacked at all for doing something that, as far as her voting record is concerned, is so logical. She's a hardcore pro-lifer.
Right.
She has done everything in her power to be like, not really into women, not really into women's reproductive rights. So the fact that she even spoke out, because it's part of her job on this Republican Women's Policy Committee, is to say to them, guys, let's think about how you're saying this and let's talk about it so that we don't have a problem like we did 4 years ago or 3 years ago during the election when we fucked everything up.
Oh, they will again.
They're just...
It's done. I mean, they can't
done.
count on women. They can't count on gay people. They can't count on any minority. It's impossible for them to
They're
win.
just hanging themselves. Yeah. I do feel bad for Renee Elmers. I kind of feel like this is, in the moment of movies, this will be her moment where she's realized her whole life has been a fraud and she's committed herself to monsters.
Yeah, except that she's done everything wrong except this one tiny little thing.
Yeah, and she got fucking villainized. She's gonna lose her seat. I never quite understand why Republican men and conservatives spend so much time on anti-abortion policy when there are 16 million kids living in poverty in the United States. So until there are 0 children living in poverty, I don't buy their rhetoric that they fucking care about children. Sorry, you're a fucking liar. This Anti-abortion fits so perfectly in Republican platform because it's something that makes them look morally superior, and and in a way it saves people money. They don't have to raise taxes for it because it's all restrictions. It's a perfect platform for them. So that's why they harp on it, not because they give two fucking shits.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's really, really so horrible, and I don't know. I hope this doesn't last for too much longer.
I have a prediction. When the Republicans are on their way out, you will see reality shows also. I feel like they're connected.
How?
Because it's all dumb shit. I'll say same thing to reality shows as I would to the Republicans. Good job being an idiot, dummy.
Oh, yeah. God, you will have the last laugh, Aaron, with that line.
And I won't say it right.
You will absolutely.
I'll say it.
You'll have the last
Try
laugh.
to decipher it.
Yeah.
Because I said it all wrong in that sentence.
That'll be the headline in Variety and in The Economist.